Is there a perfect beer? Come with us and find out.
Hello fellow travelers, today we're coming to you from Hobart, Australia.
Today we're gonna show you how it's to be here in the Cascade Gardens. We're gonna taste some beer, we're gonna see the insights of how grains become beer, we're gonna have delicious lunch, and we have something special for you.
That sounds interesting to me.
So which one is it?
Okay, so this is the XPA. They did not have they didn't have this. So they substituted towards this one over here, which is this here, and this is the XPA. XPA means extra pale ale, which is very cloudy, which is like basically it's a hazy pale ale.
Literally the best place we ever visited for a while, or I might even say for this whole country. The day is perfect. It's sunny and it's not hot. It's like some 17-18 degrees, and we have our food coming.
Now, does anyone happen to know what the original name for Tasmania was given by the colonists? Van Diemen's Land, exactly. All right. Now, Van Diemen's Land is a name that was going absolutely rampant throughout Europe in the late 1700s, early 1800s. So much so it came across the ears of a very important man up in his hometown of Dover in the United Kingdom. This man's name was Peter de Graves. Now, Peter was a well-known businessman, but was also seen as a nobleman because he employed such a large amount of the Dover population. He had quite a few businesses going, some doing really well, making a decent amount of money, and then some were doing absolutely terrible, doing the complete opposite, not making any money at all, and actually accruing a decent amount of debt. Around about £150,000 back then, which in today's money is close to 45 million Australian dollars. It's a decent amount of debt. So understandably, after hearing about Van Diemen's Land, he thought, sounds like a pretty good place to run away to. So that's exactly what he did. He got a ship together, a crew, put his family in that ship, and enough equipment to start a timber mill when he finally arrived. He set sail in late 1823, finally arriving in early 1824, which you can see up on the building is our establishment year. Now that is the year he established a timber mill on the property, not the brewery. And that timber mill ran for a couple of good years, supplying a decent amount of timber to the ever-growing town of Hobart, up until Peter was sent to prison. And he was sent to prison, of course, because all those debts from Dover caught up with him. Now, in my personal opinion, this is just my opinion, a 5-year sentence for $45 million worth of debt.
Not bad.
That ain't too bad. Right? And it was while he was in prison, he actually came up with the idea of the brewery. That's because he started to hear stories about the water as it was making its way down the hill through the rivulet. Right? All the other businesses on the banks of the rivulet, such as the female factory, brickworks, tanneries, all of their waste was going into the water. So once the rivulet had finally reached town, it was completely polluted and undrinkable. Right? Now, Peter, of course, subject to drinking this undrinkable water in his prison cell, said there's got to be something better we can do. Up at the timber mill, we've got crystal clear water because we're the first industry to use it. So why don't you sell it? And instead of just selling off bottled water, why don't we brew it, bottle it, make a profit out of it? That's exactly what he did. once he got out of prison, he established the brewery and started to make a ridiculous amount of money because back then, beer was healthier than water. And of course, some still argue it still is today. That's a bit of history. For now, make our way towards the breweries. Please follow me. Once we go through that gate, we're technically in the Cascade premises, so no photos, no videos from that point onwards.
Oh no!
And make sure you got all your safety equipment on. That's hard hats, safety glasses, high-vis vest, all right? Follow me, guys.
So, you might be asking, what's the surprise at the end? Well, guess what? We're gonna have to be doing some beer tasting. And I know it's hard work, but you know what? Somebody has to do it.
But working your way towards the handle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now the first beer on your paddle today will be the Cascade Lager. Now the Cascade Lager is a really nice, easy to drink, balanced beer. Now when I say balanced beer, I mean your multi flavors and your hoppy flavors are in a nice even playing. Okay? It makes it very easy to drink. Has a very crisp finish to it. Okay? Now, the Cascade Lager is also the best-selling canned beer in Tasmania, which is a pretty cool colour to have. And it is, alright, now if you do happen to like the Enigma beer, you can only get it here at Cascade. They don't bottle it, they don't can it, they only send it down to us in case nowhere else. So if you do like it, you're going to have to grab yourselves a couple of pints, all right? And today is the best day to do so because from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, we've got half-price pints. $6.50 pints, no to beat that, all right? Now, the last beer on your panel today, guys, is the Export Scout.
Just finished up the tour. Absolutely loved it. I would recommend it to anybody that's a lover of beer.
You're gonna know a lot of details about the process, about how it's done, how it becomes the best beer ever in Tasmania.
And I think the best part of it all is the Easter guy. I mean, the guy that gave the tour, he was insightful. He gave a whole lot of inside jokes, a whole lot of inside tips. I think it was awesome.
And definitely the best part was the beer tasting in the end.
Yes.
Agree?
I absolutely do agree with you on that point. Beer tasting was the best. I was quite surprised at the last one. The darker one tasted more like chocolate.
And coffee.
Yes, more coffee than chocolate, I guess. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining us.
See you in the next adventure.
Stay safe.